Hi, Christian Harrison, MonsterMortgage.ca. I'm going to talk about renewals today. We're going to do a two-parter on mortgage renewals. And yes, if you've hopefully watched our videos from a year ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago, you're going to say, oh, you guys always do videos on renewals or blogs on renewals. And yes, we do. The reality is every year people have mortgages coming due for renewal, and it is important that people handle their renewals properly. This year and next year, 2025, is going to be interesting for people because they've renewed and will be renewing into a higher rate environment, and not just by a little, but by a lot. So the best advice I can give on renewals is don't wait. The biggest mistake we see is people calling us saying, my mortgage comes due next week, what are my options? In some cases, if you're with a lender that doesn't have an open term, you have no options. You have to renew with them. There's just simply not enough time to do it. So don't wait. We like to get ahead of it at the 6-month mark. We will try to reach every single one of our clients and call them to talk about not what rates are going to be in 6 months, because we don't know, but what the rate environment looks like at that time. And let's face it, if we're going into a rising rate environment, you want to start to budget. Okay, my rate today is 2.79%. What's the new rates? We talk about that. Okay, what is the payments going to look like? It's good to know that 6 months in advance, so maybe you can start to do a little planning, a little budgeting, rather than know it, 6 days in advance of your renewal. Never too early. When we call it the 6-month mark, we're also telling people that there's nothing to do now. Just make sure when your bank calls you that you don't do anything. Don't early renew. I've seen emails from banks to clients that basically say rates are going up, you better early renew soon. And no one knows where rates are going to go, but I remember when I saw this email, it wasn't long ago, rates weren't going up, they were only going down. So our biggest thing as independent brokers is do not let your existing lender tell you what to do. And that's typically when they start to call, so that's why we call it the 6-month mark to say nothing to do today, just get ahead of it. Let's start looking at the rate environment today. It could be a lot different at the 6-month mark, but never think it's too early to start. If you call 9 months out, we've had a lot of calls for people who are coming due next year concerned about rates, and I get it. It's not fun renewing into a higher rate environment, have your payment go up, but it's good to get ahead of it. Give us a call. We'll go through your options. And once we get to the 4-month mark, we can typically hold a fixed rate mortgage with maybe another lender, where your bank's only going to really look at you at the 30-day mark. So renewals are always important, now more than ever, based on where the rates are at. It's good to get ahead of it. Give us a call at the 6-month mark. Next video, we'll talk about kind of fixed or variable, what makes the most sense for your next renewal. So give our guys a call. Thank you.